Hello, this is Will. I'm a real werewolf. Please like and subscribe this channel if you would, or video or whatever. I've been asked to stop swearing by Louis, so as a favour, I'm going to stop swearing in this bit. Hi, my name's Will. I'm a real life werewolf. I am telling the story of my life in these interviews. Part of the reason that I want to give these interviews is I really want to talk about a bit of philosophy with you humans. I class myself what do I class myself as? Kind of an anti-villain, in the fact that I like to kill humans. I like to kill them a lot, and really you have no excuses or any moralistic reasons for not being killed. And even though Louis didn't want me to go into the details of all this philosophy, I eventually convinced him that it's a very good idea that he lets me do it. They're like 5 separate interviews, but if you're interested in my philosophy as a werewolf, or a werewolf's philosophy, then listen to these as well and like them. It's all about fucking hating humans, really. For Louis' sake, if you could subscribe, that would be good. And if you could like this, if you like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. If you like it, like it. I'm not too bothered. Also, there's transcriptions, and if you want to ask me questions, you can only ask Louis questions on this, on the video channel thingy. What is it? YouTube. Yeah, you can only ask Louis questions on there, but if you want to ask me questions, I'm on www.werewolf.host. Right, I'm an administrator there, so if you want to contact Will the Werewolf, then... Why did you call me Will? That's such a shit name. Nigel? No. Anyway, okay, let me crack on with... So I'm going to build up my philosophy of why you guys aren't that good, really, you know. So, here we go. And this is why I hate you fucking humans. The murder of your brothers and sisters. You are just a type of great ape. A big fucking stupid hairy-arsed monkey. You look upon the beautiful earth and cast your shit at it like the chimps at the zoo. You've been nothing special for a very long time. Just another low-rated snack on the predator's smorgasbord. A lot of you fools try to pretend that you've not even evolved. Fuck's sake, really? The very thing that you have evolved, a big brain, and this capacity to make up and share fictions, is the thing that stops you believing that you evolved? Thick as extremely thick pig shit for the cleverest being on earth, huh? Fuck's sake, guys, get it. You're apes and you're nothing special. You say that you were created by some god or other perfect thing, that they have no links with other great apes. You religious freaks and stuff are stupid and broken-minded, believing the bullshit that you've been fed. I am afraid you are very wrong. You are fucking weak-minded monkeys who have come from fucking lower life forms that should engender more respect than filthy, murderous, overpopulated species that you are and now have become. Pretty much things that look like you, or look like human beings, or homos, no, not gay things, that's been around a lot longer, have been on the earth for about 250,000 years. Things like you wandered around Africa a long, long time before you got all thinking and shit. They even actually had bigger fucking brains than you. Yeah, they did. They had bigger brains than you do now. You may have devolved. Why homo? It's what biologists do to try and catalogue different species into families. They have a common lineage. They use Latin to describe a genus of an organism. That's the homo part of the name in this case. And throughout evolution and history, there has been an awful lot of homos. All the homos have come from common ancestry. In your case, at some point, just 5 or 6 million years ago, your ancestral chimp-like mother had 2 daughters. One that led to the evolution of the chimp, and one that led to the humans, or homos. Oh, and I'm not just talking about Homo sapiens at this point. There used to be a lot of different species within the genus Homo. It is only recently that we see Homo sapiens as a singular and dominant species within that genus. In fact, it is only a recent thing that the other species have gone. Maybe even 10,000 years ago, other species of Homo walked the earth at the same time as you sapiens were starting agriculture. You were not unique, in fact. You fuckers are probably the reason why they no longer exist. You're scum. Other species of note were Homo neanderthalis, Homo erectus, Homo soloensis, Homo rudolfensis, Homo augusta, Homo florensis, and Homo denisovans. I don't know if I'm saying those properly, but I'm doing my best. These are some that we have found, but maybe there are a whole lot more out there that have never been discovered. You murdered them. You murdered them first and then hid the bodies, and bits of creatures do not keep very well, so probably many more species have just been lost and rotted away, never to be found. You are thought to be the only line of homos left. For 2 million years, Homo sapiens shared the earth with other homo species. Then suddenly they all disappeared, and it's because of your species. Your species killed them off. So why the fuck did the others die off? What the fuck did you guys do? You humanitarians. Well, it was the fucking mass genocide of the other species of Homo that you seemed to undertake. You were the murderous sapien species that destroyed others as you moved into the poor fuck's homelands. Modern research shows that there is a small part of Neanderthal DNA in modern European people, that there is also a tiny percentage of Denisovan DNA in the people of Australasia. The Denisovans were also a lot more advanced a lot earlier than you Homo sapiens. Evidence from the Denisova cave in the Altai region of Siberia has the first ever stone bracelet. It is thought to be a torque made from greenstone and is 65,000 to 70,000 years old. This is way before you guys were making anything pretty. Also, looking at the way it was made, we really cannot work it out. It appears to have been made by a set drill. This is a drill that was held in one position. It was also rotating at a very high speed, far faster than we can consider for the technology of the time. These kinds of tools were thought not to exist for tens of thousands of years after this date. They were not so dumb then, huh? Still, you killed them off. The amount of shared DNA with other Homo species is not significant enough to support the idea that modern humans came into an area and mixed with the local species. It shows that early on in their entry to these places that they could mate with and reproduce with fertile offspring, but that probably was soon ended as the two groups would become separate species. So the moralistic and ethical human line that we see today is actually born of destroying your brothers and your sisters. The other members of their family were wiped from the earth pretty quickly when you moved into an area. The nice but wrong scientists state that the Homo sapiens outcompeted the other species for resources, that sapiens were often found in larger bands that could work together more effectively, that they had better technology than the other species, so competition wiped the others out. The nastier thinking and correct scientists have a more realistic view of what happened. You murderous bastards destroyed them. You wiped them from the face of the earth, killed them, and using my newly coined term, extinctified them. This fact is not surprising looking more closely at humans now, where we can see that there is no tolerance of difference. If you do not belong, then you are nothing. Look at racism, religious hatred, homophobia, etc. That is within the same species. Look at the soccer fans of the UK. The strength of being bonded in a tribe would allow them to undertake horrendous actions for no other reason than they support a different bunch of overpaid toe-poking sports wankers. Homo sapiens wiped out all the other Homo species. Maybe they shared DNA as born of the rape of other species. Probably in my eyes. Humans give themselves the moral high ground, the belief in rights and ethics and all that shit. They would question mine, but in reality their entire species is born of murder and destruction of their family tree. The morals they espouse are to be followed in only a certain set of situations.